Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth with Barefoot in Bloom. Welcome back to my garden here in Northeast Arkansas. We are in Zone 7. So today I'm bringing you the video for what can you plant in Zone 7 in February. So February is a kind of a bipolar month because half the month is going to seem like still dead end of winter, because it is. The other half of the month here in Arkansas, we start getting sun, things start waking up, it's very lovely, you want to get in the garden. So today I'm bringing you the list of things that you should be doing to prepare your garden, as well as the things that you can be planting, either in a greenhouse or direct sowing. So if you didn't make time to do it last year or in the winter, this is a great time to clean your tools, get everything prepared. If you've not ordered seeds yet, February is a great month to order seeds. A lot of seed suppliers are doing discounts and bundle deals and stuff like that. And so I typically like to order my seeds through January, February, and March just to space out the spending, because I'm ordering a lot of seeds. But if you've not done it yet, February is a great time to do that. If you left perennials in the fall or the winter for either texture or for the birds, now is a great time to cut them back. When I say now, I mean early February, probably not. You want to look at your weather forecast, see when your nights are kind of consistently above 32, 35, and when they are, you can safely cut things back. So for me, all my perennial grasses, I leave all winter. So I'll be cutting back roses, perennial grasses, anything like that that I left, like this rose right here next to me, that I left just strictly for structure. It's time to prune them so that they can get ready, because they will start pushing that spring growth when the days are warmer. This is also when you want to start most, if not all, of your seeds indoors if you're starting them indoors, because things that love the cool temps and that take longer to germinate need to be started by early February. That's going to depend on the actual plant itself. A lot of herbs or some medicinal herbs require a really long germination period or a cold germination period. Those are the ones you're going to start earlier. I recommend those starting your summer crops like your tomatoes and peppers in late February, because then you'll have long of enough window to pot them up a time or two, get them on a fertilizer schedule, and have really good sized plants to transplant come April or May, whenever you do that. This is a good time to service your mower or your weed eater if you haven't, maybe even your chainsaw, just whatever you have that you use, because a lot of people tend to forget to do that in the fall. You know, we're rushing to wrap things up and going into like Thanksgiving and stuff, and so things just don't get done. So if you can't service it yourself, take it to someone who can. You want to make sure your tires are all good. You want to check your oil. You want to check all your fluids. Maybe you need new fluids, and just give it that once over so that you're not like midsummer 6-inch tall grass and like your mower dies because you didn't take care of it. Also, if you're like me and you rake a lot of leaves onto your landscape beds to be like overwinter bedding, then now is a great time, once that nighttime temp warms up a bit, to go ahead and pull everything out of those beds. So I've started doing that here already. I have pulled out about half of my leaves and actually just mowed up some of the ones that I pulled out today, because we want that soil and the flowers and whatever you have there exposed to this beautiful, gorgeous sun. Now see, 2 weeks ago, early February, we weren't having beautiful days like this, but we are now, and I keep an eye on the weather, and that's when I'm like, okay, now I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to prune. Now I feel safe. Now I'm going to pull out the leaves and stuff, because I just use them as, you know, free bedding over winter. Also, if you're like me and you kept up bird baths and bird feeders all winter and you didn't just store them away, because I love feeding our winter birds, then this is a great time to go ahead and give them a wash. Take them down, wash them out, and then just obviously get ready to start refilling them every week. That's what I do. I have a weekly schedule to refill the food. The water I refill every time I'm out there in the garden. But anyways, even though hummingbirds won't be back until much closer to summer, still all the other birds are here, and so we get everything ready for them. February, again, end of February when the days warm up, is also a great time to add compost to your beds. So whether you buy bagged compost or you go and get a truckload or however you get it, this is a great time to side dress or top dress all of your landscape beds, your your in-ground growing space, whatever you have. This is a great time to get that on there because it'll get rained in over the next several weeks and your plants will just love it. Now for sowing seeds, the fun part, right? Right now you can direct sow. This is a lovely, lovely time to direct sow carrots, poppy, and delphinium, because all of those actually love a cold germination, which means when it's cooler outside and the soil is cooler, they prefer germinating that way. So not only do they like it, but they love it. So they'll do better when the soil temperature is colder. Now, if you're like me and you have a yard that's really prone to being wet over winter, or you have just found that your tulips and your daffodils and your gladiolas maybe don't overwinter for you, even though they should based on your zone. That's my situation, is tulips never overwinter for me, but everything else does. So I go against the grain and I plant tulips in the spring. Now is the time to plant tulips if you're like me, or say maybe you're just brand new to gardening and you want to plant tulips. You can do it right now. You don't have to do it in the fall. A lot of people say you have to do it in the fall. It's actually really hard to source them and find them this time of year where someone will actually sell them to you, because big box retailers aren't going to have them, and it's hard to find them online. When you find them online, you're pre-ordered to ship for the next fall. So I don't remember. I'll look and see where I found mine. I'll put it here on the screen because they had a lot to choose from. This is also a great time to prune your fruit trees and any berry shrubs that you have before they start pushing that growth in the spring, because again, when our days get warmer, they're going to start waking up and pushing growth. So if you got any under canopy limbs you need to get rid of, now's a great time. Last thing that you can easily plant in February are peas. You can plant peas outside because they also love the cooler temps, and so those are great to go in right now. So if you have any advice to add to our community here, share it down in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you guys have a wonderful February, and don't rush it. You don't have to start everything now just because the sun's out and it's beautiful. Just start at your own pace. If you're new to my channel, I just want to tell you really quick that I wrote 2 books about gardening that you might find helpful, and I would love it if you would check them out. I wrote the Cottage Garden Handbook and Nature's Top 25 Healing Plants. Both are currently listed on my Etsy shop as a printable digital download, and soon, maybe now, are on Amazon in print. So check them out if you feel like it.